We like that. Woo! What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle.
And this your co-host that does it the most, aka Rick Masters at Rick Masters 23 or Mr. Lee on Instagram. You can find me Rick Master on any other social media platform. Y'all know the deal. The Pull Up Basketball Podcast shirts, the white, the black, the red, hoodies, sweaters. Come on, people, y'all know it already. We got the merchandise for y'all, $30 to $35 a pop. You can hit up me at B Jizz on our DMs, Cash App, BJ Matthews, PayPal at Broderick Masters if you want to contribute to the show. We also affiliated by YouTube, so if you want to leave a tag with a little money to show the love and appreciation, you know we'll take the offer, man. We appreciate even if you just show up and give your time. But don't forget to hit those like buttons, subscribe, share, and let's get it popping. B Jizzle, throw the assist back to you.
My man said, go and get your pull-up basketball shirts, $35 for the white, black, and red. You know what I'm saying? The regular shirts, $40 for the long sleeves. You know what I'm saying? The sweaters, you know, all sizes, different colors. You know what I'm saying? Males and females. Let's get it going, bro. So we got some good news for y'all right now. Also, we want to give a shout out to the people in the Cash App. $7 from David Jerry for this podcast. Sent a $7 donation. $10 donation for Mr. David Robinson as well in the Cash App as well. So we always appreciate all the love that y'all show to the podcast for the work me and Rick do. If y'all want to go to our Cash App, $BJ Matthews at the Cash App, PayPal at Broderick Masters. Y'all see that in the ticker, man. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, show your love to the best podcast, the young fly boys of this basketball YouTube community. Bro, we got a hot topic for us today, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The hottest news of the week, of course, is 13-time All-Star Kevin Durant, top 20 player of all time, scoring champion, 4-time scoring champion, 2-time NBA championship, 2-time Finals MVP, 1-time league MVP. The accomplishments go on and on. Has been dealt to the Phoenix Suns in a blockbuster trade for Mykal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jae Crowder, and 4 first-round picks for Kevin Durant and TJ Warren. But, of course, Kevin Durant is the biggest deal. So let's get your opening thoughts. But when you first heard this news, what were you doing and what instantly went through your mind? Let me hear it.
Man, what I was doing at the time was telling Markel to clean his play area up. So when I heard of the news, I was bickering at him. But then I looked at my phone on ESPN tracker and I'm like, wait, Kevin Durant on the Phoenix Suns. And of course, you know, like me and you do, man, I look further into it. It seems like the first time he wanted to trade B Jizzle, this was, of course, they had the big fiasco about a year ago when they were, breaking down with Kyrie and everything. And so it seems like in that first time he wanted to trade that he was already interested in the Suns. And so I guess after Kyrie left, after this shindig that went down not too long ago, when KD pretty much was behind closed doors, brought it back up, asked for a trade. He didn't make it public. Of course, he already had this on his mind for a while, and they kind of did everything quietly, which makes me think if they got the ability to do that, it kind of makes me go back to how Draymond and people be leaking information and all that kind of stuff, because that caught us by surprise. I know it caught me by surprise, but, you know, initially, the first thing I thought was, I'm like, okay, you know, first of all, I'm happy, you know, for the brother. I'm happy for Kyrie, happy for KD. It seems like, you know, they got out the situation they've been wanting to get out of. Kind of happy for the Nets a little bit. They don't have to deal with the headaches and the back and forth. So that toxic relationship is officially over. So, I mean, you know, I know the Nets fans are probably a little sad, but probably a little happy at the same time that they don't got to keep doing this back and forth. But I will say that, you know, if you acquire a player like KD, I mean, you're going to get drastically better offensively. The only concern, though, BJ, is the defense. I mean, they did give up some pieces, a lot of young guys, a lot of guys who were imperative to that team that really helps them on both sides of the ball. So the only thing I pretty much look at is like, yeah, you know, you got Booker, you got KD, you got Chris Paul, but let's keep things in context here. Chris Paul's older. We don't got the prime Chris Paul. You know, injuries can happen. We know injuries can happen with KD. That has been shown. Even though I got to give KD props, we don't see too many players at age 34 at his height and his ability that can still play the way he plays after an Achilles tear. So that is pretty, you know, incredible. But at the same time, that's always a concern in the back of your mind. And of course, I know Booker had missed some games this season. So the only thing is, it's like in a perfect world, this seems like a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, it's a little concerning, at least on my end, is if they can stay healthy, man. And then, you know, defensive power wise, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, we can outshoot you, we can score with you. But when they go to the bench, what happens? So that's my first thoughts on it.
Good thoughts, bro. Initial thoughts of me, man. I was doing the show on, was it Wednesday night, LA Clipper Talk, and somebody in the comment section was like, Kevin Durant to the Suns, Kevin Durant to the Suns. I'm like, huh? So I was like, nah, can it be? So I looked through my phone and I saw it, like I refreshed it. I was like, KD's going to the Suns, agrees to a 4-deal trade. Mykal Bridges, Cam Johnson, 4 picks, Jae Crowder. So I'm like, wow. Right. So initially it was just like, okay, like everybody else is like a shockwave, because you're right. The Brooklyn Nets and KD were working a trade behind the scenes right after Kyrie Irving left to the Dallas Mavericks. Now, initially I said, okay, the Nets are going to be pretty solid with what I've seen with their new additions. You know, with Cam Johnson, Steph Curry. Their team was leading, you know, with 12 wins in a row just last month. So they had a team together. But I think, kind of like you told me, they were kind of just through with the headache. It's been 3-4 years, 3 seasons with Kyrie and KD. It just hasn't worked the way it needs to work. And it's just been so dysfunctional, like a relationship. Like, it's just to the point where it's just over. You know what I'm saying? Good things, you know, come to an end. All things come to an end at one point. So he probably requested the trade and ended up being the Phoenix Suns. Now, at first, you look at the situation, like who they give up, and then you see they kept D-Book, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. So at that point, it's like, wow. So their starting 5 is going to be solid for the most part. Offensively, they're going to be solid. And you got 2 prime scorers in Book and KD, and you got a playmaker in Chris Paul. I'm looking at Chris Paul, how it's going to be more of a it's going to be better for him. He's not going to have to – it's going to be so easy for him to just get the ball to KD and Book, and you got Aiden still down. Like, that's just a lot of offensive power. But like you said, where's the defense at? Where's the prime defenders at? When they traded Cam Johnson and Mykal Bridges, their 2 best defenders on the wings, come playoff time, you're going to have to be able to stop somebody. Even the Warriors with Steph, Clay, Draymond Green, all them, they still had a defensive team. They had Gary Payton last year. They had Otto Porter. They had Andrew Wiggins. Even with the Warriors, they still have defenders on their championship teams. So you're not going to be able to just win off of strictly offense in a championship. It's very tough to do that. So if you ask me right now, the Suns, they still got the buyout market. They got a chance to get more players. I heard Reggie Jackson. I heard John Wall. I've heard who else have I heard with the Suns? They're gonna try to get some more depth on that team, on that bench. They don't have enough depth. But other than that, bro, what else do you think the Suns, as far as Kevin Durant, who do you think is going to benefit the most in this trade?
I mean, I think it does help out Chris Paul a lot. I mean, when you give him, you know, an offensive juggernaut like KD, and we all know just by KD's career, he can pretty much go anywhere and play his game, right? So anytime you put him in a situation where he just has to score, that's what he's excellent at, then I mean, it really does help out Chris Paul. It's also going to help out Aiden. It's going to help him out a lot too, because now you got 2 7-footers out there. And when it comes to throwing alley-oops and setting screens, now Chris Paul has options, right? He can literally run off of Aiden, run off of KD, and then it's an easy jump shot or an easy dish, right? And we know Aiden can lay that ball up, dunk that ball down there, or he can dish it out to KD. And we know KD can create his own shots, or Chris Paul can easily just shoot the wide open mid-range jumper, which is he pretty smooth at when he's wide open. So, I mean, it's just, and then, of course, you can't forget about Booker. So it's like, man, like I said, offensively, I just see all A pluses across the board. I don't really see an issue. My biggest worry is the defense, because basketball is an offense and defensive game all at once. You got to play both sides of that ball. So right out the gate, if I'm the coach, man, I really will be focusing on defense, because we know offensively we're naturally we gonna get it. But it's like defense, and you brought up the playoff, bro. Hey, if you don't got no chemistry, which is another thing we got to touch on, we ain't got no chemistry. We mid-season. We got to build this chemistry fast. And on top of that, when it comes to playing defense on that side of the ball, everybody has to contribute. Because once those starters sit on the bench, or they get tired, or God forbid somebody gets hurt, we really need to tune in as a team defensively. Like, they really got to focus on defense. Because yeah, we can shoot all day, but if the other team is just as hot as you, but they playing defense, well, I would say 9 times out of 10, the team that's playing better defense that night probably gonna win. So we definitely got to focus on that defensive side. But like I said, man, anytime you acquire a player like KD, man, it's gonna make the workload a lot easier for everybody on the team, because now the focus is gonna be on KD. Everybody in the league knows if you take your eyes off KD, that's an easy 30, 40 points. Easy. So if we play defense, I can see this team being pretty good. But like I said, I'm looking at the doggone standings, man. The Nets and the Suns, they're number 5 in their conferences, but it's like, yo, man, the Suns are gonna really have to, come together quickly, right? And then also keep in mind, KD's not prime young KD. He's over the hill a little bit. So you got to really get what you can out of him while he's still being efficient as he is, because like I said, when those latter years start coming, it's going to start showing. So you can only hope there's no injuries and that defense can pick it up midway through the season.
So I want to go to this comment. It said Reggie Jackson signed with the Nuggets. So I don't think it's official. Yeah, I think he's on the verge of signing with the Nuggets. I don't think it's official yet. But yeah, I did hear that last night about them getting him. So if Reggie Jackson goes to the Nuggets, I think that's going to be their spark off the bench when Jamal Murray goes to the bench. So good pickup for the Nuggets. But I want to talk about also the roster for the Phoenix Suns. So if we go down the roster, they got DeAndre Ayton, Darius Bazley, Bismack Biyombo, Devin Booker, Torrey Craig, KD, Jock Landale, Damian Lee, Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, TJ Warren, Ish Wainwright. So as I look at this roster right here, most of these guys, I'm going to put it on the screen for everybody so they can see. But most of these guys I'm looking at, I look at it like when I see this roster, I see like an offensive team. I see an offensive juggernaut. I see a team that can put up a lot of points, but like you said, where's the defense at? Who's going to play defense on the perimeter when they have to face these prime guards in the playoffs? Who's going to have to, play defense? Chris Paul, is he going to be playing defense off of Jamal Murray, off of De'Aaron Fox, off of John Morant? Is Chris Paul going to be able to stop those guys? I don't really think so. Now, offensively, he's going to get his, but to me, it puts more pressure on KD, D-Book, DeAndre Ayton, all those guys to play defense, because, like you said, KD is a little older now. He's not the same young KD. KD at one point used to be a pretty good defender when he was with Golden State in his prime years, but now he's 34 years old. He's not able to just sit in the chair all game and give you 30 points. So something's going to have to something's going to have to be adjustable. Are you going to want KD to get your 30, 35 points and let him be a liability on defense? Or are you going to push him to the point where he's going to have to play both ways? Because where is the Suns going to get their defense against these top guards? Kevin Durant can play help side defense for the most part. He's not a guy that's going to sit in the chair and stop somebody. He's not that type of player. He's not going to be doing that. Especially with the lack of defense Phoenix has, it's going to put more and more stress on KD. So I like to think of matchups in the playoffs. I like to think of who faces off against who in the playoffs to see how can I put it? How the series will go. So, 1 second. So, if I look at the situation with the Phoenix Suns right now, their roster, this is what we got right here. So, Rick, if you look at this roster right here, where's the defense at? Do you see the Suns becoming a good defensive team?
I mean, between, and this is just me speculating, right? Just looking at the defense. Between Aiden, Durant, and of course Booker, he's younger, so he's gonna have to pick it up. And also I would say, let me see here. I guess Cameron Payne, he's decent to me, but he's 6'1". See, I look at height too. Because, like, them small fours and shooting guards, they're not like the 80s and 90s where it's like you got to get a 6'3", 6'2". Like, these cats be 6'6", 6'8". I mean, Paul George alone, 6'9", 6'8", but can play like a little guard. So, I mean, when like you said, when it comes to playoff matchups, man, I mean, they really going to have to get some grit and grind. Like, basically, the Suns, and this is just me speculating, they would almost have to go take some notes from the 04 Pistons, 04 and 05 Pistons. Like, they have to go back and look at how they played as a team. Like, they would really have to go see how that collective group of men came together defensively, right? Like, how they were able to hold teams under 70 throughout the season. Like, because everybody played defense, from Billups all the way down, to the Afro King itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to collectively play team defense, and they never let you breathe. Everybody was on, even if it was a switch. Like, if Tayshaun had to switch with Hamilton on some plays, they stuck on that man like white on rice. Like, it was just tight defense, no breathing. So I think they would have to definitely go look at teams of old to see how teams collectively came together and played team defense ball. Like, they have to go study that, because like I said, I'm not worried about their offense. You just called it out. It's a lot of offense on that team. But basketball, a lot of times you can win games basically off of defense. I mean, literally just slowing another team down. And so when you think about the West, man, especially some of them top tier teams like the Nuggets, man, or even when you play against Boston, like you see, you got those big forwards and those big guards, man. Like, you gonna have to help each other out, especially with Chris Paul, right? Because Chris Paul's not a big guard, right? And he's not the young, fast prom Chris Paul anymore, where he could just slip through you. Like, no, y'all gonna have to think of ways to really help each other out. And somebody said in the comment, I think it was Miss Joanne, it was like, KD plays defense. We're not saying he can't play defense, but that's not what he shines for. Like, that's not what he's really known for. Now, when you think of KD when he played with the Golden State Warriors, remember, the Golden State Warriors is already a solidified team at that time. So they had defense. It's just that adding the KD just basically boost your stat points as a team through the roof. But they already had a defensive mindset. They already had moving pieces and help with defense. But then when you look at a team like the Phoenix Suns, it's like you like, we need Aiden all the way up to Chris Paul to really lock in when they're playing defense against other teams. But then, like I said, the biggest concern is the bench, because people get tired, people get hurt, people got to take breaks, right? So unless you have the engine of a Giannis in every player out there, hey man, they're gonna really have to, study some teams of old and see how these teams play defense collectively, because it's gonna take effort from each person out of that starting five to really slow down the other team, or even possibly stop the other team from doing their thing. So when like you said, when I look at the roster, I'm looking at Aiden, I'm looking at KD, I'm looking at Book, I'm looking at Payne, and I'm also looking at Chris Paul. Even though Chris Paul's not what he used to be, they gonna have to figure out how we gonna come together and be a defensive juggernaut. They really gonna have to make that a big emphasis to the new acquirement of KD.
Yeah, and as I look at some of the main guys, like KD's 34, Chris Paul, he's 38 or 37, going on 38. Aiden's 24, D Book's 26, and then I don't know who the other star is going to be. I think it's going to probably be TJ Warren. They gave up their defense for the most part. Cameron Johnson, Mykal Bridges, Jae Crowder were their three best defenders. DeAndre Ayton is not known as a defender. He's more so known as a rim protector. But even with that, there are series that I've seen. This is another thing about Phoenix too. We got to worry about. They don't really have much toughness on that team. They're a team that doesn't really have no tough guys. Every championship team you really look at has an enforcer. right? If you look at the Suns, they don't really have that. That's why a guy like Patrick Beverley can push Chris Paul in the back and nobody steps in and does nothing. That's why Patrick Beverley can push DeAndre Ayton, their biggest guy, to the floor and nobody does nothing. That's why Luka Doncic can single-handedly punk the whole team and they don't do nothing. Like, I've seen example after example from the Phoenix Suns that show they don't really have no toughness on that team. And when you go into the playoffs and you face these teams that have the mental edge on you, that's going to throw you a loop. So the Suns, for the most part, gave up their prime defenders. D Book, I seen, can play defense, but he's known for his offense. You got a bunch of guys who can score the basketball hands down. But defensively, their identity defensively is not as strong to call them like a great defensive team. That's just not what they are. They're not a tough team. They're a high-powered offensive team. Now you got Kevin Durant. You just make it even more high-powered offensively. They're going to have to find some guys in that bio market to do the little things, like the guys who are going to actually do the little work and do the dirty work. That's why I feel like the Suns are going to need. They don't need no more offense. They need more pieces, no more glue pieces on that team. And I'm going to ask this last question before I let people in. Rick, do you feel like the Phoenix Suns, with the trio of Chris Paul, KD, and D Book, will get it done this season? Or do you think this isn't the year, probably next year? What do you feel like is going to, in your opinion, happen with the Suns this year?
I think the acquirement of KD makes them contenders in the West. I do think, just offensively, as a juggernaut as they can become, it's hard for me to say like they gonna win it, because again, I'm looking at teams like the Bucks, I'm looking at teams like Philly, I'm looking at teams, hell, even the Memphis Grizzlies, man, as much noise as they make, even when it comes to the mental side of it, man, it's like these teams have chemistry, right? They've been playing together for a while. KD just got there. Now, granted, KD has, again, I'm giving KD props. He has shown us in his career that he can land in your spot and still do his thing. But it, like I said, man, as a collective, because see, one thing that Ryan and Joanne are saying in the panel, it's like, oh, they play defense. I can play defense. BJ can play defense. But collectively, we got to will our people to play defense as well. Like, we got to become a defensive mindset team, because we don't got to worry about offense. We like offensively, we don't even have to focus on that. Everybody on that starting five pretty much can score the ball. But like I said, there's no point in me scoring 100 points, but my man score 100 points. We ain't getting nowhere. You see what I'm saying? We just trading buckets. So it has to get to a point to where they have to get more zoned in on the defensive end, because you got to score and stop the other team from scoring. And like you said, when it comes to toughness and roughness, I don't see any enforcers on that team, right? I don't see anybody, like you said, if they push a Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? You got somebody like a Draymond Green to come up and shut the whole party down. Like like I said, I'm not saying they're not capable, Ryan and Joanne. I'm not saying that they don't have the ability. Not what I'm saying at all. But are they known for that? No, they're not. And that's just facts. They're not known for that. But can they do it? I'm sure they can, but we have to see it. So that's why I said it's speculation. It's just speculation at this point. KD just got there. This, we don't really have a huge resume or just a bunch of games where we can say, you know what, they'll be okay, they'll be all right. Like, no, we're gonna have to see it, because based off of what we've seen, we know that KD, you'll be a little worried about his injuries. Chris Paul, you'll be a little worried about his injuries. Book, you may even be a little worried about his injuries. Like I said, even though Aiden is a 7-footer, he's an awesome player. He's not like a mean, prom Shaq where it's like he just bodies people and he just wants to smoke. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, from the coach all the way down to the last player on the bench, they have to get defense in the forefront of their mind as a team collectively. Because like I said, I can play defense, but I can't be the only one playing. Like I said, I give you an example, and I won't even go way back in the day. If you think about the 04-05 Pistons, I don't think if you singly just picked out one player like from the roster, you'll be like, yo, this dude could just take me all the way. You wouldn't, like, if I think of KD by himself, out the gate, you'll be like, yo, that's an easy 30. That's an easy 50% plus, shooting efficiency. That's an easy, like I can easily say those things looking at him as an individual. But team wise, when you think about the Pistons, it's like, damn, we about to go up against them. Like these dudes don't even let you breathe. It don't matter who on you. Like they are, and even if you get past one of them, which rarely happen, if you did, you ran into somebody else's chest and they stayed on you. So it's like they had the chemistry. They it's like they during practice is like, look, if they get past you, you pick up, switch man. Hey, if they do this, we doing this. They had a counter hit for everything you did offensively. And I think the Suns have to get into that chemistry. But by no means, Ryan or Joanne, am I saying that KD can't play no D or Chris Paul don't like D. I'm not playing them like that. What I'm basically saying is, as an overall team, they have to literally come together and be like, hey, if this happens, this is what we need to do. And they need to feed that energy down all the way through their bench.
Shout out to my man. Hey, Sturdy was good. Miss Joanne's not getting it. She's saying KD can fail on any team. It's not about KD. And this is the mistake that people who just look at superstars and think that's just going to be the end all be all. What we're saying is this. First of all, you have to look at their team as what Rick just said. Team defense, the Suns are not locked in team defensively. Torrey Craig is a decent defender, but I'm telling you, they gave up their depth to get a Kevin Durant. They gave up Mykal Bridges and Cam Johnson were their two best defenders, and then you gave up Jae Crowder. That's what it was. It's not nothing to speculate. It has nothing to do with the Clippers or anything like that. You brought that up to kind of deflect what we're saying. The fact of the matter is they had to give up something to get Kevin Durant. And if you asking for him to be that zone defensive player and give you 30, 35 points on the other side, that's going to put a lot of burden on him on top of the injuries that Rick just eloquently put out there. The Suns, and they have not been known as a tough team. They have not been known as a tough team. That's what it is. It's nothing to really be like. It's like about nothing really speculate. They have not been a tough team. We seen that last year. They had all the talent in the world to beat the Dallas Mavericks, and then they get beat in 7 games and get destroyed by, I think, 35, 40 points. So it's not really you trying to deflect with all this other stuff about the Clippers. We're not even talking about, and I think even with the Clippers, like we've been saying, me and Rick talked about this before the show, they haven't even been playing their best basketball. And they haven't even been, and I've crucified them for not even having the chemistry. But you're deflecting by speaking on the Clippers, this, Clippers, that. So I'm saying, we're all just saying the same thing. Nobody thinks the Suns is a tough team. Offensively, they're going to be awesome. They're going to be off the charts. But, I mean, come on, man. We have more than enough proof to see when the Suns, even at full health, they can be pushed around. They can be pumped. But at the end of the day, let's look at some of these other comments. K is a good help defender, but he's not going to send the island. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
I agree with that. I agree with Andre said.
We said that. we already said that. Bubba, we said he's a good help defender. But shit, help defending is only going to go so far if guys are not going to sit in a chair and lock up. It's called help defense. So in order for you to be a good help defender, you still need to have guys to be able to guard their positions. Then Chris Paul being older, are you trusting him to stop or get guard guys like Jamal Murray, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, TJ? Like it's gonna be just more. It's gonna have to be more emphasis on the team aspect. That's what it's gonna have to come down to. Rick, do you see any other comments you want to talk about?
No, not so far.
Y'all keep hitting that like button.
Joanne, you a Suns fan or something?
Nah, I don't know what she is.
Yeah, I was gonna say she is like, nah, yo, the offense gonna kill everything. I ain't mad at it. I'm the same way with the Bucks, Joanne. I don't care who you bring.
Yeah, but the thing about it though, the Bucks actually have
chemistry is crazy.
They have chemistry. I just like she's saying like the Suns, the offense is good enough to kill. Bro, stop. And you ain't even seen it yet. We thought the same thing last year with the Nets, KD and Kyrie, and they got swept by the Boston Celtics, man. Like that's what we're saying. Like a team with individual star power is not going to beat a full team. That's not going to happen. Shout out to my man Mike. Was good. The West is stacked. Let's see. Shout out to my man Mel O'Reilly. Say KD versus Kyrie, you can't run now. Oh no, we don't want nothing. We want that definitely. Kawhi versus KD. I want to see that matchup. I think everybody should want to see that. But the link has been dropped. If y'all want to come here. See. Who's this person? Once you come to a basketball game in the Euro, I guarantee you that in terms of cheering, you will not experience as a thrill. Fans jumping, lighting, smoke flares, and you know what? I've been through I played overseas, and I definitely can attest to that. Like the overseas basketball is just more intense than even American, in my opinion. They love basketball there, so for sure. But Rick, what is also the Suns? So I think with Kevin Durant, if he doesn't get a championship this year, how does that affect? Well, if he doesn't get a championship with this Suns team, is it actually something where we look at Kevin Durant as in like you skipping from team to team? Do you look at him any different?
I think now me personally, I don't think I would degrade him or even upgrade him, honestly. I mean, because when he went to the Warriors, the only thing I ever said was he better win all three. And if he wouldn't have got hurt, he would have. So I never really I don't have a personal issue with KD. But now here's what I will say. When you got little Steph Curry winning a championship with the roster he had, and you not on that roster, now can speculations and questions come up saying, well, did he ever really need you? See, that's what it'd probably be on the back of his mind. But outside of that, I don't have an issue with KD. Man, I love KD since he was with Texas, in college. I always love KD's game. I love him I love KD. I don't have an issue with KD. But if it comes down to the talks of, he just wants to, jump around and try to win another championship. I mean, I guess you could say that if that's how you personally feel. But like I said, when he went to the Warriors and he won them championships and he was the finals MVP, that's why I don't talk bad about him. I don't have nothing bad to say because that's what I said before. But when he went to the Warriors, I said he better win every year he goes to that team. And he did. He literally did. And so I just have nothing to say about it. Because it doesn't, to me, I can't really crucify a player, especially in the NBA that we're in today, where players have options. Players can move around the way they want to move around. They can play with, they're pretty much the assets, man. They're the ticket buyers, right? They're the ticket sellers, where people come to watch them, right? They're the hot commodity. So, when they make a decision as grown men and they want to do this or do that, I have no issues with it. It's just that my only thing was when he went to the Warriors, I was just more so like, boy, you better win every damn championship each year. And he did. So I can't say anything. But when it comes to this Suns team, again, I'm a contextual person. He's older, right? He's already been hurt in his past with an Achilles, which is a serious injury, right? And I give him kudos yet again because a lot of people who come from Achilles tears don't really play the same, but he's still giving us the efficient KD that, we're used to seeing. So, I mean, I just feel like it's a plus. But again, I'm going to harp on, is the Suns a defensive team? And can they pull that together collectively? Because like I said, I'm going to end it like this. When I think about, let's even think about the Bulls, right? See, Scottie Pippen, you can sick him on anybody. Like, you can literally sick him on anybody. It's like, Scottie, we need you to pick him up. Done. And when they say done, I mean it's done. He gonna shut him down. He gonna harass him. He gonna make that star player think twice, right? Who do they have like that on the team? That's all I'm questioning. Can KD possibly be that guy? Could he muster the mentality? Mate, but I haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not attacking him.
No. So I'm gonna ask Bruce, bro. What do you think about the Suns picking up KD, and do you feel like the Suns is a team that's going to be coming out the West? What do you see the Suns coming out?
Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are well.
Good morning, Bruce.
I don't see the Suns coming out of the West. I think the Suns can get upset in the first round. And if Joanne disagree, you can come in the panel and say why. Because everything I was gonna say, you guys said it. I don't see any defense. I mean, Chris Paul could play defense when he was younger, but I don't think because he has a history of injuries and he's older, I don't think he's gonna play defense as much as he used to. Devin Booker is not a defender. He's more like a scorer. I mean, when people defend him hard, he's asking for referees or, help. So I don't think he's a defender. Corey Craig is okay, but he's spotty. He's spotty on offense. And Cameron Payne, I mean, that's the backup point guard. So I don't know about that. I mean, he's okay. He's in the NBA, so I guess he's okay. And Biyombo, I don't know about that. I mean, all the best defenders are gone. All the best defenders are gone. They used to put Mykal Bridges or Mykal Bridges on the best offensive player on the other team. Who they gonna put now? Landry Shamet? I saw Landry Shamet on the Clippers. Sometimes he disappears. I saw Landry Shamet on the Brooklyn Nets. Sometimes he disappears. So it's gonna be is it gonna bring ratings? Yes. Is it gonna make Phoenix a lot of money? Yes. But I don't see championship. I don't see championship with that team. And I think the Clippers right now, even if they're not that good, can beat the Suns.
So it's to my man, plays for Keith, Bruce. See, this is the thing. Here's the thing. People in the comments, y'all been here long enough. Miss Joanne, I've seen you quite a bit in here. If you guys are going to talk in the comment section, at least come in and actually come on the show and speak. You guys got all this time to chat, to comment, but you don't want to come in here and talk. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We've been doing this for a while now. I've been seeing you in here, Joanne, a lot. You can at least come in here and speak what you got to say. So you have a lot of stuff to say in the comment section. My man, Mello, what's good, bro? Mello.
He got Kawhi PG. he got him as babies.
Yeah, he don't. I like about Mello though. He'll actually come in here and talk. He talk in the comments, but he actually will come in here. But back to what Bruce was saying, bro. I mean, you make a good point. Like, it's not even, bro. I've spoken bad about the Clippers. I've spoken bad about every team, no matter what they're doing. If they're on BS, I'm gonna speak on it. And the Suns, their problem is again, they don't have toughness on their team. I mean, how do you push your big guy? Nobody comes and steps in. It's the second time this dude has done that. When I seen him against Devin Booker, he got locked down. Come on, man. Like, it's nothing wrong with saying like the Suns have things and questions that they have to worry about in going into the playoffs.
Even the Lakers can beat them. So
come on, Melo. He said can't hear. PG or Booker, who better than the bro? Last time PG and Booker played, PG was the best player on the court. In 2021, PG was a better player than Devin Booker in 2021. That's the only thing we really have to go by.
Hey, you can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, now, who in the West play defense? Y'all need to talk about defense. Who in the West play lockdown defense?
Sacramento.
Keep going. Why y'all ain't say the Clippers?
Clippers can play defense, but the problem is with the Clippers, they don't have enough continuity, but they got good defenders on that team.
And why Bruce, out of everybody, why he ain't say Josh Jacoby? That's like one of the top defenders on the team. He probably don't even know who that is.
Who?
Josh Okogie.
Who's that?
Exactly. So yeah. I don't even want to hear from Brew because he don't even know who that is. He like the top 3 defender on the team.
Josh Jacoby. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who that
Josh Okogie. He played defense.
Who's Josh Jacoby?
He limited on offense, but he played defense. That's what he known for.
On
Defense.
what team? On what
For
team?
the Suns. He played for the Suns.
The number two. He's number 2.
Yeah, he played defense.
You're telling me he's a better defender than Mykal Bridges, Cam Johnson,
No.
or Jae Crowder?
Jae Crowder ain't played this year, so he don't count. He ain't played this year. He won finna suit up
I don't
anyway.
think he's a better defender than D Book.
Hey. So when you balance out Mykal and KD, who better? KD play defense, but his offense way better. So that balance out. And Cam Johnson don't play defense like that. He known for shooting.
So what
That's
happened
a fact.
to
He's
KD
known for shooting the ball.
What
He don't
happened
play
to KD
lockdown
defense?
defense. You said what, Bruce?
What happened to KD defense against Celtics?
That's one series. What happened to Kawhi defense versus the Nuggets? Why you always do that, bro?
One series, okay.
Yeah, just like you named one series. I just named one.
I mean, Kawhi won 3 games. How many
Kawhi got sent home, nigga. I don't care how many he won. He got sent home, Bruce.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, bro. You do that shit every time. That shit getting old.
What? I haven't said anything.
No, it's like every time. Hey, be honest, BJ. Don't he always bring that series up every time when I'm in here?
I mean, but it won't. Yeah, but he
did have
bro. He got swept, bro.
Yeah, he in the West now. Let's see him get swept in the West. Hey, Bruce. Boy, you better hope we don't play the Clipper, boy, because I'm coming for you. Out of everybody, nobody else but you, boy. So you gonna eat them words, Bruce. You gonna eat them words, Bruce.
Wait, you are a KD fan?
Yeah, you gonna eat them words.
Are you a KD fan?
Yeah, I'm a KD fan.
Oh, okay. So the Suns gonna win the championship?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Do you feel like the Clippers gonna win?
I know. I think the Clippers gonna beat the Suns. They're gonna win the Suns championship.
Oh shit! Hey, you got your opinion. Shit, I got mine. Shit.
Only team I think the Clippers really have to. The real team the Clippers have shown this season they don't have their numbers is Denver.
I've been trying to tell you that. Y'all ain't want to believe me.
That's it. That's the only team I see have the Clippers numbers Denver.
So that's it.
Who else has really showed that they have the Clippers number in the West?
So you just feel like if the Clippers play the Suns, y'all just gonna bully them, huh?
And when that happened,
that's what you guys feel about this move. That's why I'm asking you. You say the Suns are gonna win it all and all this. That's y'all feel like the Suns are gonna win it more easily than what we think the Clippers gonna win it.
I mean, I'm supposed to feel that way because in that series we got the best player.
Bro, I think it's a little different. When you talk about the playoffs, it's different. I don't think. I think when Kawhi is back, well, he's at about 85 right now, and when you see him in the playoffs, he's a different animal.
Yeah,
I don't think KD. I think KD. That's going to be something where it's going to come down to will, and I like Kawhi's more than KD's.
Well, last time they played in the full series, who had more will?
When did they play in the full season series together?
2016, when the Spurs had like 70 wins down there, and Kawhi was second in MVP vote, and he got sent home early by KD.
You mean when Kawhi got Zazad?
No, the year before that.
Prime. That wasn't prime Kawhi.
He was prime on defense.
He wasn't prime on offense.
Like 7 years later, BJ. What he gonna look like 7 years later versus KD on defense? BJ.
That wasn't prime, bro. That wasn't prime Kawhi, bro.
On defense, it was defensive player of the year, Kawhi.
His 2017 when he had them down 25 points.
That's the year before.
No, 2017 when KD and Kawhi faced him when he's on the Warriors when Kawhi had him down by 25 points. That was prime Kawhi.
Oh, because he was up 25 that game. That was prime Kawhi.
His offense matched his defense.
So is it still prime KD? Is it still prime KD?
Shit, hey. I don't see no drop off, but he having his best defensive year and his best offensive year. So
you don't want me to say that. So what happened last season? Well, so what happened last season? Was it prime KD against the Celtics?
Yeah, he lost. He got swept.
Was it prime KD against the Celtics?
I just said yeah. He lost.
Okay, so what happened?
He lost. He got swept.
Okay.
So what that mean? Hey, the Clippers, not the Celtics, buddy.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, the Clippers ain't the Celtics, but they beat them by 20 points this year, and they lost only by like 4 points at the last second.
And KD went into
you guys overrate Boston, bro.
And KD went into y'all building by himself earlier this year and smoked y'all and held PG to 5 of 23.
Who didn't play?
Kawhi. Hey, speaking of that, last time KD played Kawhi, KD had 30 on 93%. He went 12 or 14 from the field. So shit, last time they played, he shot damn near 100% against the Clippers when Kawhi was on the court. So by your logic, hey, I'm just saying.
So what's it gonna come down to is KD gonna get his baskets, he gonna get his buckets. Kawhi gonna get his. We're saying, you ask who's the better duo. KD and Kawhi to me is gonna be a wash.
No,
but PG and D Book, we know who's the better player between those two.
D Book.
PG and D Book.
What? So KD and Kawhi is a wash.
KD's the offensive player. Kawhi's the defensive player.
KD all around, bro. All that offense. KD all around, bro.
Where's KD's all around? Where's all defensive teams at?
All around.
So because he has 0, that means he don't play defense.
He played defense, but he ain't no all-time defensive player like y'all try to make him.
I didn't say he was, but you said he's just offensive. Defender. That's a lie, BJ.
No, he's a good defender.
When he played y'all this year, did he look straight offense, or was he locking down on defense versus y'all?
What he is he's a long, good help defender. So basically, Kawhi is on offense, what KD's on defense. They both good. Kawhi's a really good offensive player, but he's not KD on offense. Kawhi's a great defensive player, which KD's not on defense. So that's why it's a wash. But I'm asking you, between PG and D Book, who's the better player? Who was the better player when they played in the playoffs 2 seasons ago? Who was the better player on that? Who was the best player on the court?
Shit, D Book. Is we 2 years ago or we 2 years later?
Even right now, bro.
D Book, stop it, bro. Come on now.
I'm starting it. I don't see, and D Book played terrible in that series against the Clippers because Patrick Beverly was locking him up. Chris Paul really saved that series for y'all, really, honestly. That's how D Book was looking. The motherfucker was dribbling the ball off his foot, complaining to the refs, just like a bitch.
Y'all still got that there.
He got bitched out. It's okay. Melo. He can get. I'm telling you, I've seen this cat get bitched.
Yep.
He got no toughness.
And I seen PG get bitched.
Hey, PG, that's true, but it ain't looking like this.
Well, the
Suns got no toughness, bro. I'm sorry. They got no toughness, bro.
Well, I know what they do got.
You're talking with your pillow, man. You're talking with your pillow.
Hey, take that pillow off, Melo.
Hey, I know somebody we got that y'all don't have.
I just want to see it, bro. I just want to see KD and Kawhi. I want to see that.
You don't want to see that because I guarantee after the series you're gonna be like, bro, he's too good, bro. He's too good. That's exactly what y'all gonna say in this bit.
When has he ever done that, bro? Melo, when has he ever done that?
For some reason,
like he was just better than Kawhi, and that's it. It's always been close.
So pull up the head-to-head numbers. One dude 29, the other dude 19.
No.
Come on, bro.
As far you talking about his earlier years. I'm talking about in his prime years, at about 2017 to now.
That ain't how
you have to match their prime years together.
We don't cut years, bro. We don't cut years.
His numbers gonna look better then. His numbers gonna look better. Of course.
I'm talking about when they face off, bro. When they play on the same court, KD got way more wins. Numbers across the board. Points, rebounds, assists, and blocks.
Kawhi didn't play with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green,
So when KD wasn't playing with them in 2016, it was KD and Westbrook versus Kawhi and Aldridge. What happened? It was Aldridge that was balling. Kawhi
was in 17. That's why I said in 17, the next year when he was an MVP, that's when prime Kawhi started. Before that,
finished second in 2016. He finished higher the year before in 2016.
2017,
He was
no.
MVP.
2017 he did when it was Russ.
No, 2016, BJ. He finished second in MVP vote. Pull it up. Just pull it up on your phone, bro. Watch this. 2016 MVP vote. Who finished second? Kawhi.
It was 2017. It was when Russ won MVP.
It was 2016.
Russ and KD with James Harden. I promise you.
It was 2016 because they had like 67 wins.
Let me put the stats. Let me put the stats right now.
2015, 2016,
bro. I promise you. 2017.
I'm talking about 2015,
I have a
2016 season, bro.
For Mr. Pee Wee.
Yeah.
So do you think the Suns have a bench?
Yep.
Really?
Hey, playoff time. How many players hit the court in the playoffs? Like 8 players, right? 9 players, right?
So who's the 3 players coming off the bench?
Because Torrey Craig gonna start, so or Kogi gonna start. So there's TJ Warren, you got Terrence Ross, Cameron Payne, Jake Landale. Shit, that's all you need. Shit, Kogi or Torrey Craig. That's 5 players right there.
Okay.
And they saying we might get Danny Green today.
Danny Green.
More offense, no defense.
Nah, he played defense.
What a defense.
Who in the West just got a team full of lockdown, bro?
It's not about that, bro. You got you got all this offense in the offense. Who are they gonna stop?
Suns is top 6 in defense.
Huh?
Suns top 6 in defense.
Because of Mykal Bridges.
So just Bridges by itself. He the reason they top 6.
They gave up their defense.
Watch
how they look now.
When
bro.
Cameron Johnson barely played this year, bro. What you talk? He was hurt this year.
Bro,
okay.
They gave up
Crowder didn't play.
Players. They gave up their defense, bro, for their offense.
How when they didn't play this year, bro? Only one dude played out of the 3. I don't get that.
Bridges was their anchor on defense. That's what
that mean?
They have no defenders outside of Mykal, outside of Cameron Johnson did play defense, even though he didn't play as much this season. Jae Crowder, he was the anchor last year on
he
defense.
ain't played this year, so you can't count him.
But he plays defense, Melo. Come on.
Yeah, he do. And Durant play defense.
He play help defense.
Hey, man.
He play help defense.
I seen him sitting in that chair, bro. Hey, that's all we need. All we need is a few stops.
The Mr. Ryan that's hitting on Kawhi in the comments. You can guess, man. You said we're not watching games. So, okay.
Yeah, if you ain't coming in here, bro, you in the comment section, man. Come on. Y'all been in here long enough. Y'all can come here and speak y'all piece.
The thing is with the Clippers, y'all can't hide from nobody. Y'all gotta play somebody.
Bro, who we hiding from?
Shit, y'all gotta step in that fire.
Bro, the people that be hiding seem to be KD. He don't want to keep jumping.
How when he ran to the West?
Teams. Hold on. KD's the one jumping teams, bro. Kawhi stays where he's at, bro.
He came to the West. He want to see Kawhi. He came to the West to see Kawhi.
Yeah. He's running from the Nets. Buddy. He's running from the Nets. He's running from Giannis.
The West got the 4 best players of his generation in the West.
He's running from Giannis, from Embiid.
Am I lying, BJ?
Bro, he like go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
He's running from Giannis, from Embiid. You know, he's like, oh man.
So who in the West, Bruce? Who he running to? Who in the West with him?
He's trying to form another super team.
That's not so Chris Paul, 38 years old, injury prone. That's a super team. We having a career low in numbers. That's a super team.
Wait, Chris Paul is not an Hall of Famer?
Bro, is he a Hall of Famer this year? Did he make it this year? Did he go All-Star game this year?
Chris Paul not a Famer?
Yeah, he is.
Chris Paul was injured. That's why
he's injured. Yeah, and he averaged like 12 points.
So they're gonna beat other teams with the injured Chris Paul, right? They're gonna beat other team with the injured.
I don't know. Shit.
You don't know now? You just said they're gonna win.
They is gonna win.
Oh, they is gonna
win. Hey, Bruce, tell me how the Suns are super team. Tell me.
Because according to you, they're gonna win the championship, right? Because they have Chris Paul.
No. You just said they're a super team, so tell me how they're a super team, bro.
Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton.
How old is Chris Paul?
What has to do with the age?
30. He's 38, ain't he?
Shit, at least 50.
Ain't LeBron 50? He's still balling.
Yeah, you talking about?
He's 37.
So how are you gonna win the championship with the old guy? How are you gonna win the championship with him?
Because D-Book and Durant.
D-Book and Durant. Okay. D-Book is a defender, right? He's a better defender than Chris Paul, right?
At this stage, yeah. I take D-Book on Dick just because he's bigger.
Really?
Because he's bigger, yeah. Because he's bigger.
Okay.
You still ain't telling me how they're a super team, though, bro.
I just said Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton.
So how many accolades do Ayton got? Has he been an all-star in 4 years? Do he got any accolades?
So is DeAndre Ayton good?
Is he an all-star? Yes or no?
I don't know. Has he been an all-star? I don't know.
No, he hasn't. He's been in the league 4 years. No, he hasn't.
I don't like Ayton, man. I said it. I even said Zubac
was called him a star, though, Bruce.
Okay, so how are you gonna win with him if he's terrible? Is he a defender?
I didn't say he was. He's a good player, but he's not a fucking star player like how you just said, bro.
You said your team has enough to win the championship.
Yep, because we got an all-around good team.
All-around good team. Okay, so
we got 2 Hall of Famers right now. That's it. We got 2.
Okay. So Devin Booker is not gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
Ain't no. I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about right now, Bruce.
Okay. All right.
You see how easy that is?
Easy what?
Yeah.
I just stopped because I want other people to talk, but I could go.
I don't want to hear no damn okay. You can't break down shit you be saying, bro. Come on now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Sturdy, go ahead, man.
Yeah, salute everybody. Hey, BJ, you know it don't take that much for me to step on the panel, man. Like you, I come in like Stone Cold, letting it, it don't matter. Anyway,
I'm not talking about you. I know you do. I'm talking about these other people in here coming here talking, but they don't want to come on and click that link.
The thing is about my perspective of how I view the game, right? Because I'm not a fan of any team or any player. I like the optimism of different fan bases. It's entertaining to me. Like you got one side saying the Clippers might do something if they get this right. You got another side saying, "Oh, KD going to the Suns, we automatically gonna win this West." When reality, it takes more than names on the paper to win a championship. Like people treat the NBA like it's a YMCA. Let's get the best dudes. We're gonna automatically win. Nah, bro, it takes more than that. The real reality of the situation is KD's going to get reevaluated. He got evaluated this week, so we expected any news from that evaluation within Monday through Wednesday, right? So that basically means there's less than 30 games for the Suns right now. So you're telling me around 20, 25 games, the Suns going to have enough defensive continuity to win the championship? Maybe get out the West. Maybe. Even then, I don't got them as favorites. I'm going to tell y'all I got the favorites. But to win the championship, I don't know, man. 20 games is a lot. Next year, maybe. This year, I don't know. But we will see. In regards to who should y'all be talking about, and the team that the Clippers are definitely by all means in their will to completely avoid is the Denver Nuggets. Because they not like everybody else was making improvements in the West. They made improvements in the West too.
I think they can hear us.
I got you, bro. Pick it up. Oh, you got an echo. What's up? Picking up Thomas Bryant as they back up 7. Just getting y'all boy Bobby Smurder to come off the bench now to help Thomas Bryant as well as KCP. Hey man, they made improvements too. And that's not to mention, let's be honest, they got the best player in the West. Even with that, I don't know about that. They got the best player in the West, period. Sure. Period. And not only have the best player in the West, they also got the best offense, one of the best rebounding teams in the West, and the most efficient offense in the West. And last time I checked, even though their defense is not the stellar, they are slightly above average. And we all know in playoff games slow down, and it typically benefits half-court teams such as high IQ players like Jamal Murray. We all know Joe
like a CP3. Like a CP3.
Man, Nuggets ain't getting past second round, man.
Yeah, here you go.
Man, salute to you, started. Man, we wasted time talking about the Nuggets.
Hey,
man.
What you mean? Well, how am I waste time with a team that got the number 1 seed in the West,
That's
third,
cool.
the third best record in the league, and
That's
about to have
cool.
a third consecutive MVP? Like I said, the best player in the West. What
That's
you talking
cool.
about? Number
That's
1
cool.
offense in the league. Hey, Herm, this not opinion.
They did that before.
It's not opinion. No, they didn't. This is the first year. This is the first year ever. They're the number 1. They're the most number 1 offense and number 1 efficient and top 3 in rebounding, bro. This first time they ever did this shit. I'm just saying. Hey, Herm, I ain't give no opinions, bro. All I just gave you was facts.
Hey, guess what? It's cool. They got the best record out. It's all good. Start. Man, the Phoenix Suns were dominating the whole NBA throughout the whole regular season last year. Won 60+ games. Guess what happened?
Best player in the West.
Now, guess what happened to him? I mean, people thought Devin Booker was having the MVP.
Devin Booker was never the best player in the West, Herm.
Now, I'm saying they thought he was having the MVP year. But what I'm saying, I mean, consensus of
did have MVP last year.
Consensus around the league, they thought he was having the MVP.
He was all NBA first.
Yeah, he was all
MVP.
Now, I'm just saying though, we don't have to emphasize about using the MVP to try to elevate the team. We've seen a lot of MVPs be MVP and don't win. Giannis was the MVP dominating the league. Guess what? He got his ass kicked.
Giannis is also one of the top 3 players in the world.
But he got his ass kicked in the second round.
Never had that.
But he got his ass kicked in the second round. So I mean, until I see a little bit different for Denver, I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. Even they had the best record in the league, I'm not gonna put too much stock into it until I see it in the playoffs. Bro, yes, it's great. Yes, it's great. Yes, Denver's playing great basketball. Jokic, he probably will. I said earlier in the year, I feel like Jokic gonna mess around and win MVP again. But for us them being a championship contender, I just don't see it yet. I gotta see it to believe it. Regular season ain't gonna show me that. So play until the playoffs, I ain't gonna believe it.
Yeah, I let's get Miss Joanne here and let her say what she appreciate you coming in, Miss Joanne. What's your take?
But 30, you right. That nigga go win his third.
I have a few questions for BJ.
Go ahead.
30, you right. That nigga go win.
I have a few questions for BJ.
Joanne has a deep voice.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Who's better, Paul George or Devin Booker? Your opinion?
Paul George.
It's probably Devin Jenner now, though.
We gotta stop living in the past, man.
Hold on. Let Joanne finish her point. She said Devin Booker's better than Paul George.
Oh, George. Why for?
Why are you picking Devin Booker over Paul George?
Because you people said Paul George is better than Devin Booker.
Okay. Why is he not? Because you said Paul George is better than Devin Booker. Why is he not better?
Paul George choked 2 free throws. And also choked in game 4 when they could have tied the game and went to OT and probably win.
Okay, who was the best player in that series?
Cook that nigga. Yeah, cook him.
Who was the best player in that series, Joanne?
Depot.
Y'all let old man CP cook y'all and drop.
See, that's a troll right there. You know what I'm saying? That's why she said she's a she, but I think she's a he. With that voice that she got, so she has to go. But let me hear Ace 30, man. Go ahead, man. What you
all I'm saying is, in regards to the Suns, bro, like how many times we gonna do this as a fan base, bro? Like this shit happened the last 3 to 4 seasons. A big name go to a different team, give them another all-star, automatic favors. They're gonna win, and then we realize they didn't win due to things that actually matter. Not just the names, like chemistry, continuity, defensive scheming, getting used to what lineups to get what situation, bro. All that matters to win a championship. And at the time he's saying the Suns definitely got better. No bullcrap. And I actually think the quote-unquote depth problem they have, I don't think that exists with the Suns. They picked up Terrence Ross. They got at least 3 to 4 guys that can definitely play that as experienced veterans in this league. They're fine with their depth. But I'm a big proponent of the intangibles of the game, especially when it comes to a team like game planning, defensive continuity, and most importantly, defensive matchups as well. They don't know what's going to be like. Okay, they didn't 20. Are you telling me 20 games is enough time for a team to understand players' weaknesses?
Yep.
20 games, BJ. You know how anybody that play any organized sport, defensive end is literally it takes the longest to get the most continuity because it's why. you're operating on the string. You are covering for the weaknesses of your teammate. That takes time. And most importantly, understand the situation.
Yeah, that's what we went through. I mean, honestly, with the Clippers, and people don't want to talk about this. In the bubble year, bro, everybody was picking us to win. I think this is why people are so hard on us, the Clippers. Bro, what really happened, bro, we had no team camaraderie on that team. PG missed up until January that season. COVID was going on. We was in the bubble. Montrezl Harrell was dealing with shit. Lou Williams was doing like we had no continuity. Doc Rivers was fucking up the rotations. We were going based off our talent. If anybody can speak on trying to get things done at a short, it's us. We put the talent together. I was picking us to win the championship, but we had no team camaraderie, no chemistry.
No.
A team like Denver smacked us in the mouth, and we ended up losing a 3-1 lead.
And let me translate a little bit for you. Let's use your boy KD, bro. How many games out of 3 seasons, actually 2.5, that Kyrie, James Harden, and KD played together?
Shit, like 18, 17.
18, bro. Both regular season and playoffs, my nigga. How you expect the team to win?
So
Hey,
so that first year they was together and they played like 9 games together and got to the playoffs. When they smoking everybody?
What you mean smoking everybody?
Then they smoked the Celtics 4-1 and then they was up on the
yes, they smoked the Celtics without Jaylen Brown. Absolutely. 4-1.
Hey, injury is the part of it, ain't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Right.
So they barely played, but they went into it. They beat the Celtics and they only played like 9 games together.
Yep.
With no continuity, right? No defense or none of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
They lost.
No, I'm talking about versus the Celtics. Their first year together when they barely played.
We already acknowledged that. They beat a Celtics team without Jaylen Brown 4-1. Absolutely. I agree with you. What's next?
And then the next series when James Harden went down, it was just KD and Kyrie.
Oh, James Harden was there.
I'm talking about when he first went down. When they up 2-0?
Yep.
So how they get up 2-0 when they barely played together? With no
I know playoff series in the second round is best.
No, I'm just asking you, bro.
Yeah, you asking question with the same answer. Yes, they was up 2-0. Then what?
They lost.
Oh, okay. So they didn't win.
So they lost because of what? Because you just brought up Jaylen Brown being hurt, but you didn't bring up how we was hurt.
I'm bringing up. Thank you.
I'm just saying, bro. We lost because of injury, right?
They lost because not the fact they had more talent, not the fact they had better scores.
They lost because they was hurt.
The fact that other tangible things matter.
No, like they lost because they was hurt.
Like your continuity and your defense. What really changed
we
that
had
series,
none of that, and we was really until everybody got hurt.
Y'all still lost. But what really changed that series, since you mentioned it was up to
injuries.
What even out that series, because the Bucks was winning even when Kyrie went down, was the fact that
they was up 2 points at half. You're right.
The fact that the Bucks slowed the pace down.
No,
anytime
we lost
the playoffs you slow
hurt,
the pace
bro.
down,
Stop it, bro.
it favors the better defensive team. It favors the better.
Hey, BJ, why we lost that series?
And most importantly, favors the team with the better continuity.
No, we lost because we was hurt. That's why we lost.
Yeah, the Nets. If Kyrie
and
James Harden get hurt,
they would smoke them.
Hey man. All I know, that's the thing. There's all these hypotheticals, bro. All I know is even with them injuries, they were still favored to win. Even with them injuries, they still had home court advantage.
Because of who?
Because what you mean? Because of your boy KD?
Exactly, nigga. Put respect on his name.
What you mean?
What you talking about? Playing with that weak ass team, Mike James and fucking man. Come on, man. Because of who?
What that supposed to be?
Yeah,
who is KD, nigga? Now, if you want, we get disrespectful. I don't even was being disrespectful. If you want, we can be disrespectful. Who is KD?
All time great.
He is.
Is it you, KD? Is it you?
No.
Damn, Melo. He
said
who KD?
I know you've been using burner accounts, KD. So,
hey, Bruce, you can't run for me, boy. You can't run for me, boy. You better hope we don't play them Clippers, boy. You better hope.
Hey, man. I'm saying you was going at Bruce for not being able to break shit down. I'm breaking shit down. It's like now you want to go back to names on the paper. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like you got to pick one. You got to pick one, man.
What you want me to break down?
Oh, simply. You said KD is an all-time great, which is a fact. But besides him being an all-time great, what makes them going to win a championship when they have less than 20, 25 games to develop championship continuity, sir? Please let us know.
I just feel like when you got a team full of like high IQ players.
Who?
This nigga trolling. Hey, bro. So CP3 not high IQ, Bruce?
Sometimes.
All right, bro. You got it. That's crazy.
Answer his question. Answer his question.
I was doing that, and then you said who? So shit, I just feel like shit. 20-some games, that's more than enough. Shit. Hey, these niggas didn't play together before. If it was Team USA or whatever. So shit. I'm just saying, 20 games, bro. That's all you need, bro.
What about the other guys?
Shit, TJ Warren, he done played with Booker and them before. Shit. And we just throwing in KD. They got their same shit. They got their same team. You just dropping off KD, bro.
I don't know. Is shit on the team too? So.
Who?
You keep saying shit. Is shit on the team too?
I don't know who shit is, bro.
Man, let's move on, man, to the next part, man. Do y'all think the Suns are gonna win a championship this year? If not, tell me why. I'm gonna start with. I know what Melo think. I'm gonna start with Sturdy.
I just don't think. I think they're going to be competitive. I think they can possibly get to the Western Conference Finals, depending on the matchup. I just don't think they're going to win the championship. There's too many. They got I think they got 4 different people in their roster, and then all 4 of those guys have key new roles. I just believe in the intangibles of professional team game, continuity, defensive scheming, lineup awareness, all that matters. And to
what's KD new roles?
To get them 16 wins in the playoffs is going to be the hardest 16 wins any team, especially either West or the East, that's going to get that championship.
You said they got new roles?
Yeah.
What's Durant new role? What's the new role?
You tell me. That's why I asked
you. The one who just said it. I'm asking you. What's the new role, bro?
I clearly broke shit down, bro. It's your team, your player, bro.
Then he said they got 4 new players with 4 new roles. What's the player's role? What's Durant?
That's your team, bro. Let me know.
Can I ask another question?
Go ahead, Bruce.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Suns not gonna win because the best players are not healthy. You know, I think that Chris Paul is gonna break down. Devin Booker has been dealing with an hamstring issue. KD is fragile. You know, DeAndre Ayton has a problem with the coach. You know, he's gonna complain that he's not getting enough shots. He's not getting the ball, and they have no bench.
But y'all ain't gonna break down though, Bruce.
Isn't that breaking down what I'm doing?
No, I'm saying we gonna break down the Sun, but the Clippers not gonna break down. Kawhi ain't gonna break down.
We talking.
He ain't gonna break down.
You don't know what BJ gonna do, man. You don't know what BJ gonna do. We just start with the Suns, man. You don't know.
I'm giving the reason why the Suns not gonna win. So if BJ asks the questions why Clippers might not win, I'll answer the question. So I'm saying that Suns have no bench. You know, I mean, you have decent players, but those players, are they gonna step up when you need them? You know, I know TJ Warren was the bubble MVP, but this is not the bubble. Monty Williams has been decent as a coach, but sometimes he doesn't make adjustments. So if Monty Williams is coaching against Tyler, I'm taking Tyler. If Monty Williams is coaching against Michael Malone, I'm taking Michael Malone. Okay. So even the Lakers can beat the Suns. I don't see who's going to stop Anthony Davis. Only injuries. Who's going to stop LeBron on the Suns? I don't think KD can guard LeBron. So there's just
work, bro.
Bubba, what's good, man?
Who's stopping who? Nobody stopping nobody.
What you got, Bubba?
Salute to the panel. I don't think the Suns are going to win the championship, but they're contenders for sure. I mean, if you put KD on any team, that team becomes contenders. You know, you can see that with the Nets, you can see that with the Thunder, and we saw that with the Warriors. But I don't really think that they have enough defense on the perimeter to stop or slow guys down to actually win the championship. If they face, they can beat teams like the Grizzlies, the Mavs, but it'll be definitely tough because they got guys on the perimeter that's gonna really wreak havoc on the perimeter and cause damage. And I don't think DeAndre Ayton is a good shot blocker. He doesn't really protect the rim that much. Now they have a lot of scoring with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, but you can't just outscore people in this league. You got to play defense, and that's where they lack right now. So I hope they can, go to the buyout market, get some guys that can help them with the perimeter defense, and get somebody that can be a shot blocker. They got Andre Drummond on the buyout market, and they got Nerlens Noel as well. So I hope they can address those two situations right there to be legitimate contenders in the West.
We got a top 5 shot blocker already on the team.
Who?
We got a top 5 shot blocker that averaged 1.7 blocks.
Who's that?
Something like that. Durant. He top 5 in blocks. Buddy.
Bro, he hasn't played enough games, so he doesn't qualify.
I'm just letting you know.
But he don't qualify.
But before he got hurt, was he top 5?
He was not.
For Pee Wee, KD is gonna play point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward.
We got Chris Paul to do that, bro.
Center.
We got Chris Paul, bro.
And KD is gonna coach too. KD is the GM.
We got Chris Paul. We got an all around team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
On offense.
Shit. Nobody in the West play defense for real. Nobody play defense. Ain't nobody just lock.
That's
everybody gonna score high points, bro.
New Orleans plays defense.
Well, they don't.
Oh man, they got defense.
Stopping nobody.
And I think the Pelicans can beat the Suns too. The Pelicans.
Everybody can beat everybody. Shit, y'all can get beat by the Pelicans. Who?
So that's why I'm asking who gonna come out the West.
Shit, the Suns.
Oh my God.
The thing about this is we just gonna wait and see.
Okay. Are you gonna be back here?
Of course.
Okay.
See, I ain't worried. See, y'all worried because y'all worried. But hey, look, when you got the team we got and the niggas we got, ain't no worry.
Are you gonna put a picture of Kawhi holding KD, Devin Booker, and CP3?
Yeah. You gonna put a picture of Murray holding Kawhi and PG? You gonna do that?
We're talking about the Suns, right?
Yeah.
Well, Pee Wee, bro, I honestly want KD to win without his mentor and his big brother Steph. I need him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like it will really embrace his greatness. You know what I mean? It really actually validates some of the claims that you are speaking and trying to project, and actually can show the fact that he is probably that guy that you was probably describing. That guy can just jump on a team less than half the games and make them winners, bro. Like I want to see that. I want to see that.
What am I trying to validate? What I said? What have I said that I'm trying to validate?
You just said they're gonna win. Because
I'm talking about pertaining to KD.
Yeah, I just said it. You said they're gonna win because of KD. And I just said I need
Steph
him to
Curry
do that.
His mentor.
Oh, hey man, like when it comes to winning championships. When it comes to winning championships.
So it's 30.
Yeah.
Who was the Bill Russell 2017-18 Finals MVP?
Kevin Durant.
All right, nigga. All right.
And exactly,
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. I just said
Dwayne Wade was LeBron mentor.
No, you just said, bro. Your whole premise been KD's on this team. This team is well balanced. He's that good of an all-time great. They're gonna win. And that's why.
Hey, what's wrong with me saying?
I need to see him do it without the Warriors, bro, because it haven't been done yet.
Hey, he got 2 on.
With the Warriors, I agree.
It don't matter who it was with. He got 2 on.
I agree with the Warriors. I agree.
It don't matter who they was with. He got 2 on. He went out there and played.
It don't matter.
He went out there and played, bro.
It don't matter now.
What the hell?
I thought the whole premise of you was saying like if you put KD on a well-balanced team with great players, like they're gonna win. That's your whole premise. You just saying that shit the whole time.
That's what I think.
Oh, hey.
Either can be true or false. Shit, but shit, hey. I'm just saying, shit. He on the new team, so shit, I'm going with him. I'm just going with him. Shit. Like how you going with the Nuggets. Shit.
I ain't going with nobody, bro. I'm just saying I'm just saying facts.
Man,
yeah, I am too.
This guy said shit so much I need toilet paper.
Bruce, you haven't been saying shit. Worry about the Clippers.
Hey,
you can't run. You can't run.
Go ahead. We got young blood coming in. What's up, man?
What up? What up, y'all? I just want to say, shit. They got to do it this year or next year. Their window is actually their window is actually smaller than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
Like their window is small. It's either this year or next year. Chris Paul is what, 38? We didn't see him regress a little bit. KD's 34. We didn't see him get injured for 3 years straight now. He done missed time. D Book still got a growing injury going on. They got him on and off. And then you just traded away your best defender, your best shooters, your best defender, and both your best shooters for KD, which is great. But your roster is limited. You have no point of attack defender. Who you gonna put on Kawhi? Tony Craig? Is that really gonna do anything for you? Like you let your defense get away from you, and then it's still a couple teams you want to put in front of them. KD is great. He's one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. But we didn't see times where Monty Williams, he done been out-coached a couple times in the playoffs. We didn't see it against the Bucks and against the Mavericks. And it's just like, you got to pick your situation that you're in, and then we didn't also see CP3 in the playoffs. So now you're counting on CP3, who's older, KD, who's older and actually, more injury prone than he was in his previous years. So now you're looking at it like, yeah, I will put a couple teams above them. But next year, if they upgrade their roster and it's better on the bench, yeah, they can be favorites coming out next year. But this year, I think it's a little too late for that. I still got the Suns. I still got the Suns ahead of them. No matter what people say, I still got the Clippers because I done seen Kawhi when it comes to time to play in the playoffs. It's that time. So, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 teams I'll put above them. But other than that, they're going to have an easy road to get to the finals.
Easy road.
It's an easy road. If they can run into a team that they're matched up against where they have talent, and the other team doesn't have as much talent as them, that's an easy road. So if they met us, the Memphis Grizzlies, they would beat us because they have more talent on the other side of the ball.
For who we run into? Shit. Clippers, Mavs, Nuggets, LeBron, it don't matter. Yeah, they good.
I think we got to actually ask this question. We got a few more minutes left. Is KD and Kawhi, who y'all taking in the playoffs?
Taking Durant.
Kawhi.
You taking KD.
Taking KD.
Kawhi Leonard.
It's hard because we seen Kawhi when he was last healthy in the playoffs.
I'm talking about when they face off on the same court. Who you taking?
Like I said, when you seen them niggas play, that nigga put up 60% from the field goal. The fuck? It's not that easy.
When he put up 60 versus KD. I'm talking about when they on the same court in the same series.
Shit. When he played them in game 1 and 17.
So what about the year before that in 6 games? What happened? Who got sent home?
Oh, it was the Spurs. I told you.
Boy, Melo.
How he was second in MVP voting. He was something.
Melo, I promise you, it was the next season, bro. It wasn't.
You still ain't pulled that up though. You still ain't pulled up 2015, 16.
17. That's when Kawhi was the MVP.
Nah, he was second 2015, 2016.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. Kawhi offensive. When?
Kawhi was
2017? Yes.
2015, 2016 year. When they played OKC, he was second in MVP vote.
Yeah, he was.
16,
he was, bro.
17.
I knew I wasn't tripping. I was just looking at it a week ago, bro. Just pull it up, nigga.
Hold on.
That's all you got to do.
Hold on.
He was second, and they won 67 games. Franchise record, and they got smoked, nigga, by Durant.
All right, who else is on that team?
Brother Mark, go ahead.
Steph Curry.
Aldridge averaged 28 a game. He the one who showed up. Kawhi didn't. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna give you the answer. No, he was the best player on the team in that series.
Put Aldridge up there. Hold on,
he averaged 28.
Hold on, Wing. That following year when KD got on the Warriors and Kawhi went out, where was Aldridge right there? When they was up by
so you want to use 1 year, but when I bring up the year before that, you talking about
if you using that 1 year, what happened when they was up 25.
Because that's a full series. I'm using the full series.
That was a full series.
It was one game. He played one game. Kawhi
And
did,
when
bro.
Kawhi got hurt, what happened to the team?
They lost. What about the year? Was he hurt the year before? In 6 games?
And Aldridge was doing what?
28 a game.
Against who? KD? KD?
Yeah. Okay.
So you telling me Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Kawhi had to deal with all that.
Westbrook averaged 26 on 35% shooting from the field. He shot 35% from the field. I don't want to hear that, bro. Because I'm a cookie if you want to do that, bro.
And Kawhi's guarding who? Kevin Durant the whole game, right?
And what happened?
No, he was guarding
Youngblood.
Russell Westbrook. He was guarding Westbrook. Watch that series.
And what happened?
Watch that series.
What about at the end of the series when they put Kawhi on KD? What happened to Kawhi? At the end of the series,
about?
They put Kawhi on KD at the end of the series.
Tell me one guy who can shut down KD.
Shit.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Hold on. No, stop lying. Stop lying.
He talking about we talking about as a team they could.
That was a team effort. No way, Jason Tatum. Hold on. When no help is coming, Jason Tatum is lost on that island by himself.
Melo.
Yo. Come on, bro.
Look at this right here. So this is the season. It was 2016-17. It wasn't 2015-16.
Yes, it was, bro. Just pull it up. Put that on the screen. MVP vote.
Bro, 2015-16, Kawhi was second, LeBron was third.
Yes, he was, bro. Exactly.
The next, we probably talking about the same thing because I know the next season that's when his offense, and you can see in his production, bro, he was better on offense in 16-17 than he was 15-16. He was only.
I'm just telling you, he was second MVP vote.
Bro, he was averaging 21 points in 15-16.
Yeah, shit. He still finished. Hey,
he was a better player the next year.
He finished second in MVP vote.
He was a better player the next year.
He won deep.
He was locked down. Yeah, he was locked down on defense.
21 points ain't elite on offense, bro.
Well, he was elite on defense. It balanced out. Got his ass cooked.
I'm saying his best version was offense and defense. He's elite 2016-17. That's the year he took.
He was still elite the year before, 2015-16.
He took the Spurs to the Western Conference.
Come on, nigga, they won 67 games that year. He was top 2 in MVP. I don't want to hear it, nigga. He got his ass cooked.
He was not his best version, bro.
Hey, he was still a monster the year before then. Since you want to do that, he was still a monster.
That's how good he is. He was still a monster at his average. He wasn't even at his peak yet.
I'm just telling shit. That ain't what the voters thought. That's what the voters thought when he finished second.
But Melo, Kawhi did something that KD will never do, which is win a championship with no top 75 player or Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Melo don't want to hear that.
No, I do want to hear it. Now, what that's got to do if they play each other in the playoffs this year? All that shit go out the window. Nigga,
so it means
when you got to lace them up,
nigga. Kawhi can do more with less.
Exactly.
Hey, how? When they won 60 games the year before he came to the team, bro. How?
Hold on. What about the team that KD got chips with? Won 73 games, bro.
Both teams lost, right? Did the Raptors win the year before Kawhi got there?
No, they lost in the second round.
Did the Warriors win the year before KD got there?
No, they lost in the finals.
I don't give a fuck what it was. They both
bro,
lost.
They got to the finals.
Oh, my fault. Oh, no, Pee-wee, I want to be more accurate, bro. They lost to the finals after they came back 3-1 against your boy.
You're right.
Oh, that's
when they lost 3-1, why they ain't run it back then? Why they ain't run it back without Durant?
And Pee-wee, and I want to say this again, bro. Like that same year you talking about, I agree. I think series is a decent sample size, but what more of a bigger sample size is the entire playoff run. Why aren't you telling people like? Let me ask you something, Pee-wee. Who shot better from 3-point range, Westbrook or KD in the playoffs?
I think it was Westbrook.
Okay, I'll give you a better one. Who shot better from 3? Because KD's one of the best shooters in the league, bro, from that same year. Andre Roberson or KD?
In what? In that series?
No, entire playoff run.
Shit. I guess Roberson. If you asking me that.
Oh, okay.
Now who took more threes? Who took more wide open threes? Roberson, right? Who was taking contested
Actually, KD
threes?
took more 3-point tips.
Exactly, nigga. So if one nigga taking like 2 a game and the other nigga taking 8 or 9, what you think gonna happen?
What that supposed to mean?
Was Roberson wide open when he was shooting the threes? Nigga, did anybody guard Roberson when he shot the ball? Did everybody go in the paint?
Actually, they were up until
ain't
the
nobody
Warriors
go
series.
out there on no damn Roberson.
The Warriors series, they were.
Nigga, that's the worst shooter you ever seen, nigga.
Yeah, and exactly. KD shot worse than that nigga.
I know.
He shot worse than that nigga the whole playoff run, nigga.
One nigga taking contested shots and the other nigga not.
Hey man,
what you think gonna happen?
I agree with you, bro.
Bro.
KD's a better shooter than Westbrook and Robertson. But that 2016 playoff series that you want to emphasize so much, I'm just saying that whole playoff run got taken into account too. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yep, and you got to break that shit down too. When you
and that's why I keep coming back. That's why I keep coming back. KD got to prove he can do it without his mentor, bro.
He ain't got to prove shit. Man. He already did. He already got 2 on. Ain't no
with his mentor. I agree with you, bro.
Not his
mentor. He need. I need help. I need help.
Everybody need. Hey, who won without help? Name me 5 players all time that won without help.
Sir. I saw you won, bro. You beat us, bro. Can you show me the way? This winning, bro. Leading shit is hard, bro. I don't know how niggas do it, man. Being a franchise player, and lead tip to chip, that's hard, man.
Everybody knows KD as a bus rider. But
okay. Hey, shit.
Hold on. Let me.
Then he won for them 2 years, Bruce.
Let me get brother Amari in real quick. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Man, I ain't want to jump in because they was going back and forth. I ain't want to get in the middle of that. I don't even know where the conversation went to. Nah, it was been all over the place.
Right now, we talking about who's the favorites in the West, basically.
Man, look, the best answer I can give you is honestly nobody knows who the favorite is.
Yo, people got me up, bro.
You got echo in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because this is one of these anomaly years, in my opinion, because the whole West in the beginning, up into trade deadline, we were talking about how wide open it is, and anybody can come out the West. Even though Denver was pretty much been the best team in the West, but Denver still has a bunch of holes that people just don't believe in. The Kyrie trade started to switch things, and obviously the Durant thing started to switch things. And then when you see doing trade deadline, once Kevin Durant got traded over there, you seen a whole bunch of teams adding wing players and all type of players. Theoretically, I'm assuming to play against the Phoenix Suns and Durant. I agree with Sturdy. Look, I don't know about this team. 20 games, it's really hard to put this together. But I would say if any team or player can do it, it'll be this team and player because. Look, you got Chris Paul. We all understand he's a general, all generals at the point guard position. We understand Booker game. I mean, he comes off pin downs and screens and Kevin pretty much the same thing. You can just fit him in any situation. I think that's what we always said about Kevin Durant. He can fit in any system because of his style of play and efficiency. So the learning curve for Kevin Durant is much smaller than most other players. Like, again, if this was LeBron going over there, yeah, you might say we need a whole another year and much more. With the Phoenix Suns, I think they can put it together soon enough just because of Kevin Durant and his style play. But again, we're talking about defense, perimeter play. I think they just got Terrence Ross, so we'll see how that go. I just can't. Honestly, I don't know who's going to come out this West. It's just too hard to say. If I had to pick, I'm going to say Denver only because they do have the cohesion. They do have Jokic playing at an all-time level, and he needs to get it done himself this year. And they've been playing the best basketball from beginning to now. So I don't want to discredit them. But when you see a Kyrie and a Luka in a 7-game series, that's going to be a problem. You see a Kevin Durant with a Chris Paul, even though this is an older Chris Paul. Again, he still is a general though. Like his role is lessened now, so he don't have to score as much. And I believe Monty Williams can put a. Somebody said that Monty Williams don't adjust. I disagree with that. The only series he didn't adjust, which I don't understand, was that Milwaukee series against Giannis. You got me on that one, but other than that, Monty Williams does make good adjustments.
What about the Mavericks?
What you mean? What about the Mavericks? You mean
he didn't adjust in Game 7?
Shit,
no, talking about that wasn't about adjustment. That was just about the team. Just wasn't that. I mean, you might have a good point, but I'm just saying. I think the team just again we watched Chris Paul age in front of our eyes at that moment, and we talking about injury and the center, like whatever they personal issues was that team, for whatever reason, wasn't mentally focused for a whole bunch of other things, and mainly, obviously, Chris Paul just aged in front of our eyes. I don't think that was a coachman adjustment. That was just the player just ran its course at that point. Because up until they got KD, let's be honest, nobody was believing in Phoenix no more either. Like even this year, we weren't thinking nothing about Phoenix. They just added Durant into that, and when you get a fusion of talent, that makes people look at you different. But to be honest, nobody was picking Phoenix to come out the West to do anything. Only thing that changed was they put Durant in the middle of that lineup, and that changes everything.
Hey, can you say that again for them? Cause they don't be say that again. Cause of who?
we understand Kevin Durant as an uber talent. I'm not saying that makes them favorites. What I'm saying is the West went from the Eastern Conference of past years now back to the Beast. So this gonna come down to matchup. What matchups we get, and obviously, unfortunately, injuries. So is Kawhi and Paul George gonna stay healthy? Is Kyrie gonna stay healthy? Is KD gonna stay healthy? Like this all gonna come down.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
All of them guys, everybody just now. I see, because I know y'all at war about
KD gonna stay healthy?
KD, Chris Paul, Kawhi, Paul, Kyrie, they're all in. And somehow, if the Lakers get in, if Anthony Davis gonna stay healthy, and if he is healthy, is he gonna play like Anthony Davis, or he gonna play like what he been playing like the last 3 games? I don't know. So this gonna come down to matchup and who can have the best health. But and if that's the case, then right now Denver is leading that charge. They've been the healthiest and they have the most cohesion. So right now, I would favor Denver. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't have much faith in Denver, just because it's other teams with more talent that I believe can beat them. But I gotta show respect to the process. And the process so far, they've been the best.
All right. So I'll end with this last question. We'll end the stream here. So since that's what it depends on health, for the most part, that's what we got to go with. Who the best player when everybody's at their peak, and who's the best team when they're at their peak?
In the West, I would say the best player, everyone healthy in the West, is still the Joker. And the best team, if they healthy with the same continuity and all that, is between the Suns and the Lakers. Yep.
I agree with 30. Well, I still think KD, if he's at his best, he's better than Jokic. But team-wise, it's going to be Suns and maybe the Lakers if they can find their way in there.
Okay. Bubba.
Can you ask the question again?
So in the West, everybody's healthy. Everybody at their peak. Who's the best player in the Western Conference, and who's the best team in the Western Conference?
The best player at the peak, I'm gonna go for Kawhi, because what he brings to the offense and defense is just phenomenal. And if he's healthy, damn sure that the team is a competitive team and championship contention. But as a team right now, I'm gonna say the Denver Nuggets, because like the other guys say, like they're the healthiest, they have the most continuity in the West, and when it comes to getting it done, they have to get it done. So I'm gonna definitely say the Denver Nuggets.
Okay. What about Bruce?
Kawhi Warriors.
Young Blood. Young Blood. All right. So everybody going around. Rick, what you got, man? Who you taking the best player?
We saying the West. Team wise, I'm gonna have to roll with Denver, but player, I'm gonna have to roll with Kawhi if we're like perfect world.
Yeah, and that's why I gotta go with, bro. The best team to me would be Denver. The best player is Kawhi. So
if that's those who pick Kawhi, I gotta understand this, bro, because like I don't know. If you do the matchup, Joker's better. If you go by statistics, Joker's better. Even if you want to go by game and impact, Joker's slightly better. Durability, Joker. So it's like I don't know, man. It's like we talking about the now, and we all know as fans of basketball that that's the beauty of basketball. You can impact the game in a myriad of ways. So like a guy can still be better than you, even though he might not be good at certain aspects of certain games. We know Steph Curry is the best point guard in the league, even though he's not the best defensive point guard, not even top 20 in terms of that department. So
because Kawhi, I've seen single-handedly can take over in the playoffs. Jokic, here's the thing about Jokic. In the season, yes, MVPs, numbers, statistics, all great. I've seen him in the playoffs, and he can be exploited in certain aspects. I've seen the Phoenix Suns do it to him. I've seen the Warriors do it to him. Now, granted, he did not have Jamal Murray, but even though there's certain things you can exploit with Jokic, where I look at Kawhi, especially in the playoffs, and what he does with less, you really can't exploit Kawhi because the fact he's on both ends of the court. So when I look at the best player, you got to be able to defend. You have to be able to make an impact on both sides. I'm going to ask you, I want you to give me 30, 35 points, but I also want you to guard the team's best player. We saw that in 2021 when they faced Luka Doncic. We saw in Game 6 where Kawhi made it tough on Luka. We saw that against the Utah Jazz when Donovan Mitchell was going off those first two games, and Kawhi pretty much put a halt on that. And then that's when Utah just basically crumbled. So I'm taking Kawhi as the better player. The problem is, team-wise, Denver has a better offensive system, and they have more camaraderie. And our team in the playoffs, I think Mike Malone will make better adjustments than Ty Lue. So it's going to really come down to Kawhi carrying the Clippers. And if that's the case, that's going to be a big hill to climb because with the talent that the Clippers have, he shouldn't have to do that.
See, that's the thing. Like when people say more or less, it's kind of hard because especially the way you've seen what Joker have done literally without his second or third best player. And one of those years they was rotating G League players out of there. He was still not only getting MVP votes, but still getting his team to playoff record and home court advantages. Second thing, if we just took by the last two seasons of what Joker's doing, he's giving you 30 points, 12 rebounds, leading your offense, giving you 6-7 assists, and most importantly, controlling the pace of the game while being incredibly efficient. You know what I mean? So it's like in the Western Conference, let's be honest, there's not a center in the Western Conference that can check him. So he will always be a matchup problem. And the fact that his playmaking is so elite, the Nuggets can work diverse sets, him in the post, him in the dribble handoff situations. That's why they run 5-out sets, because he carved opposing teams up. All I'm saying is, so you telling me this man put up 30 and 12 and 6 on fantastic efficiency without his best players? Why can't we assume with his best players, better team, more continuity, and a better bench now? Why can't we assume Joker is better?
Again, in the season, all that stuff you named was
no. I just mentioned playoffs. That 30, 12, and 10. That was in the playoffs.
Ceiling, we gotta treat Jokic the same way. And somebody said this. We have to have the same energy for Jokic. Jokic has to get his team past the third round. If he don't get his team to the conference final this year, we got to actually evaluate him.
He did.
No. I'm saying this year. This year, he has everybody's healthy. He has to get his team at least to the conference finals. At this point, right now, Kawhi, I've seen him single-handedly take over in series and win. I've seen that. That's why I'm taking him. Because I can say, okay, when all else fails, there's really no scheme or no defense or no type of – you can't exploit Kawhi. It's all about if his teammates are going to come with him. There's ways you can exploit Jokic, especially on the defensive end. You can't exploit Kawhi. There's no way. There's no weakness in this game.
Oh, that's not true. You and I both know that's not true.
We didn't see Kawhi fail terribly before. Now let's not do that.
No. I'm saying there's, and especially the bubble is the really time that you've seen them actually just crumble. And even in that bubble, the game Game 7 game was when he had 20 points. But you ain't seen nobody just single-handedly or defense is single-handedly stopping him.
That's same thing for Joker.
No, I seen that in the Phoenix Suns series.
What's Phoenix Suns? What's the Phoenix Suns you talking about, bro?
They ran that pick and roll on Jokic that whole entire series with Chris Paul and DeAndre, and he could not do nothing with that pick and roll. He was not good on defense. We know Jokic can't play great defense. So you
and
can't
that's
exploit him.
and that's the thing about Kawhi too. Like his playmaking is not good. Period. Be honest with you. When you have a small forward who can't control the pace, orchestrate your offense, most importantly, recognize and throw anticipating passes out of the double teams, that does affect your offense. And yeah, BJ, obviously we got film for that too. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Kawhi is not. He is not bad on no playmaking. He's not elite, but he's good. He's not bad on no playmaking. Stop that.
I give him average. Let me make you feel better. He's average. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's not a weakness.
And I'm telling you, statistically, Joker has not been below average defensively.
Bro,
playoffs or regular season.
Bro, defensively, Jokic is hidden. He's not guarding. He's not stopping nobody on defense. Nobody.
No, exactly, BJ. Exactly. You don't have to be great, but how's it a weakness if you're just average, right? We just established this with why.
Jokic average, bro.
Unfortunately, the numbers disagree with you. Unfortunately,
the numbers is based off who he's.
The film disagree with you too, based off the scheme they run.
That's why I say the numbers can be skewed. Defensive rating based off of who you guarded on defense. You're not stopping nobody. The Denver Nuggets.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing about defensive rating.
No, but everybody on this panel. I'm gonna ask everybody truthfully. Do y'all consider Jokic an average defender or a good defender?
Below average.
Below average.
That's one person.
Who else?
I'm gonna say average.
So,
because and this is just opinionated. If you ask him this opinion wise, because he does. I do watch him. He does try. He just slow. His lateral is slow, but it's not like he's not trying. So I'm gonna say average.
So
and BJ, most importantly, look at his position.
Real talk. Wise, yes, he does try, but his just doesn't. He doesn't have the physical ability or intangibles to be a very good defender.
It's not just effort, BJ. Look at his defensive awareness IQ. He's most of the time he's in position to either grab the defensive rebound or contest the shot. Like you said, like what he just alluded to, he's not the most athletic person. And today, especially today's league, if you're not athletic, bruh, is the fact that he's average with that deficiency to tell you something. To tell you how is he still able to help out his team even marginally with those efficiency. You and I both know BJ. You and I both know BJ.
He's a good. What he is. This is what Jokic is, bro. He tries on defense, but even when I saw him play Embiid, all that shit went out the window. I just seen he just can't on that side of the ball. When you ask him to do that, bro, he just gets exploited.
BJ, who can guard Embiid? BJ, who can guard Embiid the last 2 seasons? Like, come on.
No, it's not even Embiid. I seen him when we played Zubac last year with the Clippers and the Nuggets. Zubac had 36 points on Jokic when it was a one-on-one battle. He cannot stop nobody on defense. What he is, if you have a team,
that's a little oversimplification. I don't know about one-on-one battle,
but that's how I define a good defensive player.
Nah, BJ, that's not.
I don't define a defensive player.
What I'm saying, I don't think the game plan was to hold Zubac. I mean, Zubac kind of like because Jokic kind of be roaming a little bit, and so Zubac get them handoff dribble passes and off the rim scores. So he did have that, but it's an oversimplification saying he scored 36 on Jokic. That's not.
Bro, I'm like this dude Andres, who's a Denver Nugget fan, said it. He said Clippers I can exploit Jokic's defense.
I can exploit Kawhi. He can be a fan. I can exploit Kawhi's inconsistent off-ball communication.
He's being honest. He's being honest.
I know he gives his honest opinion about it, but it's again to say what you just said. That's not fair,
average, bro. I mean, I just think it's not nothing like we saying it's like something that we're trying to get like Jokic, bro. Nobody looks at Jokic and say, bro, he's a good defender. No one.
No one say he was.
I wouldn't say he's a good defender, but to 30 point, if you watching Jokic, particularly last 2 years, he's drastically improved on his defense. Like, is he a one-on-one defender? No, but because of his athleticism and his lateral quickness or lack thereof, that's just not what he can do. So, but he does get in position.
That's why he can be exploited, though. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody can be exploited.
Everybody can be exploited, BJ.
Even the great Kawhi can be exploited. We watched Luka put it on him and Paul George for 2 series straight. Like, so everybody
again. Look, I'm saying this is what I'm saying. As far as what I've seen Kawhi done He's won a championship and took his team to a championship. Like I said with Jokic, he's a great regular season player, great regular season numbers, all that.
I just gave you his postseason stats.
It's stats though, Sturdy.
You just said numbers,
but it doesn't come. You have to win.
He couldn't win with BJ. How you expect him to win without his second or third best player, bro?
Okay, listen. I've seen when. Okay, let me give you an example.
I've never seen Kawhi do that.
No, what?
Without his second or third best player, he was winning series.
Bro, I've seen him when his team is not coming through and not performing, especially last year or in 2021 playoffs against the Mavericks. I seen him single-handedly, the main guy on the team, put a defensive stop on Luka. I've seen him been able to drop 45 points and shoot 57% from the field while playing elite defense. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it.
But he said without his second and third best player though.
Paul George was still there, bro.
Paul George was bad in that series, bro.
Wait, but
Jokic still there.
Jokic had Michael Porter Jr. last year and he lost.
Bro,
Michael Porter Jr. just came back, and the 2 years before that, Jamal Murray wasn't there either.
Bro,
I don't know, man.
The series
came back.
The series he got swept, bro. Michael Porter Jr. was there.
No, he just exactly what I said. He came back.
You gotta hold him accountable too.
How you account BJ?
Hold on, did they look like the same Michael Porter Jr. to you when you seen him? Just like you said about Paul George.
Bro, he was on
the
court.
Was coming back up.
He was on the court. Said he was on the court for when PG was there. So why are you trying to make the excuse now with Michael Porter Jr. that was he on the court or not?
Yeah, because PG's the second best player in the Clippers. Michael Porter Jr. is not the second best player in the Nuggets. Second thing, on BJ,
you should not get swept. You should not.
But BJ, everybody gets swept. All the all-time greats get swept, bro.
Everybody gets swept.
Everybody been swept, bro.
Kawhi never got swept.
Kawhi's never been swept.
He played bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. You bouncing back from individual and team. His team not gonna win. The second best player is gone. And I just let you know, as an individual player, bro. As an individual player, he still was the most impactful offensive player in the entire playoffs, putting up 30, 12 on fantastic efficiency, leading your offense.
Bro.
Wait, what year?
No, I'm talking about impact. No, I'm talking about impact.
Offense, bro.
No, I'm talking about 12 rebounds, not just offense. I'm talking about impact, BJ.
Look, I don't think Denver gonna win personally, but I don't think the Clippers gonna win either. So
in the last two seasons, the postseasons, he averaged 30.2 points, 12.1 rebounds, and about five assists on 35% from three, and on 57% effective field goal. Yeah, you go by all the advanced and no, BJ, 12 rebounds not offensive. What I'm letting you know is, and like I said this in the very beginning, you don't have to be best at every category to be better than the player. You just have to be more consistent and more impactful. We do that with everybody. Magic was never a great defender, but he's regarded as the greatest all-time point guard of all time. Same thing with Steph. Steph was the best point guard for years. He was never a great defender. And I go position by position. Is matter your impact and consistency. So what I'm letting you know is he is the most impactful offensive player.
That's honestly, fine. He's not the best player to me.
I get you. To you, you got it.
To not me, it's not even just. It's not even. The reason why I say more so is Kawhi, because again, the others, I get Jokic offensively, but for me, if you affect both sides of the ball, I'm picking you over the guy who's just mostly better on the offensive side.
BJ, you're taking that for a case by case basis, BJ. Don't do that. You're doing that by case basis, BJ.
Yeah, in this case, I say Kawhi's the better player in the playoffs. I'm not talking about the season. Season-wise, I think Jokic is better in the season. Playoffs, I think Kawhi's better.
30-12 and great efficiency. That tells you something.
Yeah, you got to win.
How am I BJ is a team game. How the hell supposed to win my second best player?
Jokic denied yet. I have to see it. Same way you say you have to see KD win a championship without Steph or without his mentor. I gotta see Jokic do it in the playoffs.
You're right. I gotta see Joker play with his healthy teammates. You're right.
You got Jamal Murray. You got Michael. You got your team now. You got everything that you need. Now I need to see what you're gonna do in the playoffs.
And BJ, and to be fair to you, you're exactly right. I 100% agree with you. So, but if we go about the last time they were healthy together, they got to West Conference Finals. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you that. And the same thing with the Clippers. They got to the
but
conference
Kawhi is
finals.
regressing to me.
When Kawhi didn't play, they got to the conference finals.
They went 4-4.
Yeah, but I say but that kind of hurt your argument though. They got to the Western Conference without him.
No, they didn't, bro. That's not what it was. He was there
What was it then?
he was there up until the last 2 games against the Utah Jazz. But without him, they're not even getting to the second round.
No.
But I get you. But the point of the matter is though, they and we can do hypothetical, but those 2 games or those last 2 or 3 games they played without him, they won. And I remember people, especially giving Paul George his credit, trying to remove that playoff stain from him because he went to the Western Conference Finals without Kawhi Leonard.
So what happens if he's there, brother Amari? What happens if Kawhi's there?
I'm assuming. I'm gonna assume they still win, but I can't. Again, that's a hypothetical that we can't prove.
So you want to say though, you want to give credit to him not being there, but you're saying
I'm not giving credit.
It's a hypothetical. No, but I can only say this is what I can say though. I know because we kind of run a little over time. The Kawhi, what he was doing in that playoffs, he had one of the most monumental playoff runs in 2021. Paul George didn't come along.
That's a little stretch.
I can confidently say to you, looking into this camera, if Kawhi Leonard's playing in the Suns series, they're winning that series. Why do I believe that? Because they won 2 games when he wasn't there. So all they was missing was their best player. That's all. That's what I can say.
I get you again. That's not a fact though. That's you said I believe.
But is Kawhi a better player than Paul George?
Yes, he's a better player than Paul George.
Hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Okay, so that's why.
But that's not how this works though. Unfortunately, it just don't. Because I watched them both together. Even though you keep saying it's just a bubble, I watched them both on the court together get walked down. So again,
that's non-void, bro. The same year, that's a whole different team. This is the thing that also people get misconstrued. That was a whole different team the next year. The next year in 2021, when Kawhi and PG, before Kawhi got hurt, they were starting to get their chemistry, and that's when Kawhi went down. And that's why the whole talk is Kawhi is playing. They're getting to the finals. Now, you can say it's an objective or not, but what we can't say objective is that Kawhi's a better player than Paul George. And Paul George was the best player in that Suns series. So if you just missing your other best player, and I mean, come on, man. At some point, we just gotta be like, okay, yeah, we're pretty sure that they would have pulled that off. They were on the verge of pulling that off.
And BJ, all I'm saying is that team. All I'm saying is that team that beat y'all 2020, they're better. They're better.
I'm about to say they're
not the same team, DJ. They're not the same team.
But not Jokic over Kawhi. I believe the Nuggets are better. Nuggets are better than the Clippers as far as
how much better then?
But not a better player, bro. No way.
Joker is not the same Joker, bro.
And the Clippers ain't the same Clippers, bro. But you keep bringing that up.
Exactly. Denver's better still.
I'm about to say the Clippers might be a little worse.
Bro, how you say that they still better in the season, but we gotta wait until the playoffs.
Head-to-head matchup, they beat y'all. Matchup problems, they're a problem for y'all.
In the playoffs, we gotta see it though. I'm saying the Nuggets right now are better than the Clippers. But I'm not gonna say until in the playoffs it's a different story. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a different story.
It is a different story, BJ. I agree.
You gotta watch.
BJ, this don't concern you. I mean, this don't might mean nothing to you, but it kind of I find it weird though. Like Denver traded one of their good assets to the Clippers in the Western Conference. You don't see that usually.
And they also got Reggie Jackson, brother. They got him today.
They don't respect the Clippers, bro, and that's for good reason. They don't respect the Clippers.
They blatantly saying we're not worried about y'all.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. I agree. The Clippers have shown like in the season they have not been able to be together as a team. So I agree. I mean, they shouldn't respect the Clippers. That's why I'm not one of these types to like not give my team any blame or no heat. Like they have no reason to respect us. But when the playoffs come, we'll see.
No, you're right. We'll see. I think though the West is so compact though. Like I don't know, they might not even see each other. So we'll just see, man. I think the Clippers got more problems than Denver, though. That's my opinion. I don't think they can beat Luka this third time. And
I'm not worried about Luka.
That's
more
fair.
worried about Kyrie.
He with Luka though. So
I'm not worried about
Kyrie
Luka
by himself. But Luka, you know what Luka's been. He's been a thorn in y'all side.
Luka's an addition by subtraction. He puts up all these godly numbers in the playoffs, but he sucks the air out of his team. That's why I'm not worried about him.
I mean, if you're talking about doing it without nobody, he's done it with nobody. And
Even
so now
with
he has somebody.
Even so, the first time they didn't have Kristaps Porzingis, people were saying in the bubble, "Oh, wait till we get Kristaps Porzingis." Second year, they had a 2-0 lead, and really was because of our team not, our coach not having the right team out there for Luka, and then he still loses the series. I don't have faith in. I just think the Clippers are the same with the Nuggets or the Clippers kryptonite. I think the Clippers are the Mavs kryptonite.
Whoa, I don't know about that. We'll see then, because you're right. They went up 2-0, but I was surprised they were up 2-0, and they end up losing that series. But that's just because talent eventually just won out. But again, now Luka has. He has a guy next to him that can go, just like you say, Kawhi can be the best player in the series. Kyrie can be the best player in the fourth quarter. I know that for sure. And so what y'all was doing to Kawhi in the fourth quarters, you can't do that to him now. You probably can, but now you just leave Kyrie to just do what he do. So you're going to pick your poison. And whether you like it or not, both of them series still went 7 games with just Luka and a bunch of in the bandwidth.
That's cool, bro. I'm still not worried about him.
No, that's fair.
I know people from the outside probably be worried, but I've seen him 2 years against us. I just think the team that we have, I'm more concerned about Kyrie. I'm not really concerned about him.
You say you seen him 2 years against y'all. He was putting up Michael Jordan numbers against y'all. He was putting up.
What was Kawhi putting up against the Mavericks?
I wasn't no Michael Jordan numbers. Don't do that, man. Like he was doing. Look, Kawhi was doing what he does. But I think most people came out there saying, Luka, he that real deal, because what he was doing, nobody imagined him doing it.
You know what he was, bro? You know what Kawhi was averaging against the Mavericks in 2021?
BJ, you missing the point. I don't think nobody.
I'm asking you the question because the best player in that series was Kawhi. So if you're saying Luka was putting godly, what do you know what Kawhi was putting up in that series?
Again,
I'm just asking.
Again, I'm not talking my head, but nobody went. My point I'm saying is nobody went in that series thinking that Kawhi couldn't get his numbers, right? But most people thought not just with Kawhi, but the combination with him and Paul, that Luka wouldn't be able to do what he was doing. And not only he did what he was doing,
Paul George wasn't putting up the numbers he should as a second option. He was not putting up second option numbers, bro.
No, I'm not talking about there. I'm talking about y'all on the defensive end. That's the point I'm talking about. Defensively, with the combination of y'all two,
it wasn't no combination, bro. It wasn't no combination, bro.
I know.
Paul George was not showing up in that series. I remember because me and Rick talked about this. He was not showing up.
Neither was Kawhi on defense. That's what. Why we keep acting like Kawhi was this 2015 Kawhi defensively when he wasn't.
Bro, I'm telling you, when he was guarding Luka Doncic, it wasn't Luka busting Kawhi. He was busting his teammates. That's the whole reason they went up 0-2. They went up 2-0 because they had Zubac and Patrick Beverly guarding Luka Doncic. That was the reason why. He was scoring on the other plays, but when Kawhi was guarding him, he shot around 30% from the field.
Well, that seemed like a Kawhi problem, man. How about this? Don't hold him for another 2 games and see if y'all make it out.
Bro, I mean,
like, if you're the best,
I'm not worried about them, bro.
Get to it. You can't just
wait. Yeah, I'm not really even like a Dallas Mavericks fan just came. They need one more. Like Dallas, deep down inside, bro. Like I've lived in that. Like they're not. I'm not worried about them, bro.
I'm right here in Houston, so I know I got you. But I mean, look, we speculating, but you can't tell me you're not worried about Luka. Now with somebody else.
I'm not.
And he didn't just get no somebody else. And to me, now he has Christian Wood and Kyrie. Now, Kyrie, obviously, Christian Wood ain't the in the league we talking about, but he still is an offensive player that he didn't have in those two series.
All right, man.
We'll see.
Oh, all right. Anybody else, man? I'm about to shut it down.
It was good catching up with y'all, man.
Salute, man. Salute. Salute to y'all. Salute. Oh, man. All right, y'all. So we went a little bit farther than usual, man. Rick, man, go ahead and get your soliloquy, man. What you think about the Suns, man, going to the finals and all that stuff?
Like I've been saying since the beginning, man, I think they're good contenders, man. I don't really have strong faith in the championship this year. Kind of touching on what Sturdy was saying. I mean, I look deeper than just the talent itself. I mean, when you're going up against teams like the Bucks, or you're going up against teams like Philly or Denver, teams that have been together for a while doing their thing, it's just I would have more faith in teams that have that chemistry, that play longer together, that can adapt, right? You mean KD just got there. Again, let me say this personally. I love KD. I love him since he played for College Texas. Have nothing against him. Even when he went to the Warriors, all I ever said was, you better win. He won. So I have nothing bad to say about KD. But far as just chemistry, continuity, team strategy, defense, I have not seen that yet. So therefore, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and say they're just going to automatically win a championship up against teams who've probably already have won, like the Bucks, just as a reference, who've played together and who have shown that they have chemistry. So do I think they're contenders? Absolutely. When you get a KD on your team, it does bolster you. It does boost you up. But I just want to see them, in a season together where if they could play collectively team defense, that's what would be a big difference for me. That's all I got to say on that, man. Like I said, no shots at Kate Dizzle.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good offense, man. Good basketball site for the Suns, man. I can't wait to watch the games. I can't wait for KD to be back. It's good competition throughout the whole. We don't know who's gonna win in the Western Conference. It's gonna be great to watch, man. But yeah, man, y'all continue to hit the Cash App, PayPal as well. Y'all see that in the ticker, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal at Broderick Masters. And we'll be back again next Sunday, man. Me and my boy Rick. Until next time, respect to say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swim well.